Hi everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome as we explore more of the new Greece DLC with Euro Truck Simulator 2. Today we have a load of juice concentrate on the back. I have to really focus for this one, get it? And we'll be taking it, let's get on the road and let's get going here. We're going to be taking this across a chunk of Greece here. Let's just get out on the highway, then I'll show you the map here. But how do we get out of here? This way. And what's with all the forklifts? It seems like forklifts are everywhere in Greece. Need a mirror on the right-hand side. There we go. Okay, so we're trying to get out of this spot. I did do a little driving between this episode and the last episode. As soon as I get on the highway, I'll show you. This is a relatively short delivery. It's going to be 3.5 hours and a little bit over 200 kilometers, which is exactly the minimum you need in order to qualify for the event. So with this one, however, we should pick up 2 cities, and I'll explain why momentarily once we get going here. This juice concentrate is heavy. Our truck is pretty powerful, and it is kind of struggling with this here. Looks like we got some highway driving, and let's take a look at the route here, and I'll show you what we did. So, when we last left off, we were out here in Argostoli, and instead of picking up a job from Argostoli, I took the ferry over here to Ioannina, and then drove up into town here, and we picked up our job right here in Ioannina. We're going to be taking this along the A2 highway, then bearing off of that, and I think we have some mountainous terrain in here too. We've got some zigs and zags and squiggles and some spaghetti here, as well as a scenic viewpoint along the way. Now, I don't know if we can get there from this side of the road. It might be a divided highway, so that might not be possible, but we'll at least get an idea for what it is. And then eventually into Trikala here. Nice short delivery, 208 kilometers, and the minimum you need to qualify for the event is 200. But because we're leaving a city that we haven't delivered to and delivering to a city that we've never been to, we should pick up 2 more cities in the Cruise in Greece event, which would give us, whoa, dude, what are you doing? Which would give us our 4th and 5th cities in the event. We would be 1/3 of the way there for the Cruise in Greece event. But I'm also happy now that we have excellent weather. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. We just got off a ferry, so we don't need to sleep. We've got plenty of gas, and it is not night, and it is not raining, which it always seems to be doing on the Greek Isles. But when we're on the mainland, we have beautiful weather. I don't know if that's true of Greece or not. Now, we have a few comments to talk about too, people posting on the video that I just put up last night. I'll mention those, a couple of really helpful answers. And we'll see you as we get a little bit further out on the road. Wow, look at this though. This looks pretty cool. Let's, whoa, I didn't see that truck there. Come on, truck, let's go. Let's go. Fortunate we didn't hit that, but yeah, check this out. Greek countryside. This is pretty neat. This is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous country. I really like this DLC with the islands and the ferries and some of the challenging driving and the narrow roads. This might be, dare I say it, could this be my favorite DLC so far? And I'm curious, for people that have driven it, that the question is now valid. And we did that. What was the favorite state in the United States? Maybe we should do that one for Euro Truck Simulator 2. Have a little competition. What is your favorite ETS2, Euro Truck Simulator 2 DLC pack? Because there's a lot of them now, right? We got Italy, France, yeah, all the ones over here, Greece, Balkans, Iberia. There's a lot to compare now. If we had 8, we could do a very perfect knockout competition. Or maybe it's what's your favorite country? That'd be another thought too, rather than DLCs, because then we could include things like Poland, Switzerland, Germany, England. How much Wales is in there? Anyway, look at this. This is pretty neat. I wish I took a picture there, but it's too late. Need to get a screenshot here. Anyway, we'll make a little more progress here and then check in. But gorgeous drive, gorgeous day. Also, sleeping on the ferries made $150,000. I wish I could do this in real life. Go to sleep on a ferry and make $100,000. That would be awesome. I don't know why we're driving stuff around. If we could just sleep on ferries and make $100,000. At a certain point, we should really retire from driving the truck and just let all our hired drivers take care of it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We'll keep chugging along here. This is the second time I've seen this. It seems like the drivers get a little bit stuck with that merging. Like they stop and wait for phantom cars off there. That's the second time I've seen cars do that in Greece. So Greek drivers, maybe they're just very polite to trucks, and when the truck lane comes in, they're just letting us go the whole time. So we're leaving the A2 highway here, and we're bearing off to kind of the south, which is going to take us on, as we can see down on the GPS down on the lower right of the screen, the squiggly stuff. So I thought this would be a good time with the squiggly stuff here to chat about the latest comments, some very helpful comments. First up, one of the things we worried about was Custard Prophet's question about was that a hidden road that looked like a goat path on the previous episode? And I was thinking that might be a hidden road over there, but it's not. Marius Fiere says it is a hidden road to nowhere. You can drive up with a trailer, but you will end up in almost a graphical glitch. I had to back down with the trailer in reverse. So Marius checked it out for us, and apparently he said you can actually drive up it, but it's not clear from his comment whether it's an official hidden road or not, or it's just one of those roads you can drive on that ends up nowhere. So it looks like I don't know maybe it was a hidden road that was going to be a hidden road that they just didn't finish. Who knows? But apparently you can drive up it, but it doesn't go anywhere. And a couple other ones. We were wondering about the Parthenon in the game. And Megatron Concepticon says the Parthenon is in the game, but I'm not sure if you can get anywhere where you can actually see it without using the developer cam or at least a farther zoom camera mod. To really be careful of this truck. Camera mod to get high enough. It's rendered with a very simple geometric object. So it sounds like you can see it, but you have to use the developer camera. Like I have a camera mod that allows me to zoom way out on the truck so I can get better pictures of the truck for screenshots and stuff. So it sounds like it might be something to check out, but apparently it's not a big thing. Like you can't drive up next to it or something, which would be kind of fun. I'm not disappointed. I'm just sad that I can't quite drive up to it. This is some pretty good driving around here now.
Por favor, tenga en cuenta la velocidad.
Sky is not happy with me in Greece. The speed limits here, I seem to be struggling with the speed limits in Greece. I struggle with the speed limits everywhere, to be fair, but she is not at all happy with me now. And then lastly, as we wind our way here through the Greek countryside, one more comment was the question that I was wondering was, it actually came up in the comments too, is, so you have to have a minimum delivery of 200 kilometers. Say you had a delivery of 195 kilometers and then just drove 5 extra kilometers, 6 extra kilometers. Would that qualify? And according to Rocka Media, he says, yes, with detours over 200 kilometers does count. But if you take a ferry, they're not counted. They're not driving kilometers, doesn't count, which we kind of learned that yesterday. So that would actually be very helpful because sometimes you just want to get like the difference in a delivery is you get one that's 95 kilometers, or in this case, you'd be 195. And you're like, and the next one is like 700 or 500. You're like, I really want that 195 kilometer delivery to qualify for an event, and it goes to the perfect city. So it's a detail, but it could be very, very helpful. We seem to be going up here. We went through that squiggly part. It wasn't quite as mountainous as I thought it was, but definitely rolling terrain as we cut through the countryside here. Let's take an external look here and see what it looks like. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? I have gotten better at driving with this external camera here. Is there a rock on the road?
Precaución, por favor, tenga en cuenta la velocidad.
Now, somewhere up ahead should be a scenic rest area.
Precaución, por favor, tenga en cuenta la velocidad.
Sky is just ticked off at me all the time. If the road is like this, we should be able to pull off and get it, which would be cool. Kind of curious to see what it is. Anyway, we'll see as we get a little further down the road here. Wow, some spectacular rocks up ahead. You know, it's kind of interesting because I think, so in the United States, what we hear a lot about, this must be our checkpoint up here, and it does look like we're going to be able to get to it. This is pretty cool. You know, what you hear about in the United States is the classical Greek history, of course, and then things like, you know, the sites that you can see in Athens, and then temples around the Greek countryside. And then you hear about the Greek Isles a lot too. But you don't hear much about this part, this type of Greece, which is kind of the countryside here with some of the mountains and the rolling hills and the other aspects of Greek kind of tradition and geography, perhaps. Because certainly the Greek Isles, famous as a destination for vacations, both in Europe and also in the United States, too. So our daughter actually was just there this past summer. This is a pretty spectacular city. I don't know what this is in real life, but in the game here, this is pretty cool looking. This looks like somewhat of a kind of a hiking or tourist destination, maybe. And it does look like, unless I'm mistaken, we're going to be able to do some sort of a U-turn to get back around here and do the scenic viewpoint, which I imagine will tell us what it is. Is that a hidden road? Nope. Yet to find a hidden road in Greece. Sorry, my mind is bouncing all over the place. There's lots of things to talk about. Now, I want to get this scenic viewpoint, which would be, I believe, our 5th scenic viewpoint. Doesn't look like there's a way to get it coming this direction. I'm tempted to just cut across the highway. And I'm going to just do a U-turn wherever we can do a U-turn. I'm sure we can do a U-turn in a moment here. Yeah, right down here. This should work. I don't see any signs saying we can't. So therefore, we shall. So I'm just going to do this. We're coming around here. Block traffic both ways. If I can turn around in a ferry, I can turn around out here. No worries. Okay, we'll see when we get to the checkpoint. Here we are. This looks like a hotel or something, but it must be about the mountains up there, right? What do we got? Kalabaka and Meteora. So this must be... Oh, I wanted that screenshot. This must be about those mountains up there. Pretty cool. I wonder if they are hiking destinations or just scenic destinations here. There is something on the top of that one on the right there, isn't there? Is that like a hotel or a temple or a monastery? These are pretty cool, actually. I could see spending a day here and have it be really fun. Okay, so I know there are types of people who play Euro Truck Simulator and obey all of the traffic laws and goals of the game. We're taking a little bit of a liberty with that right now here, just to save a little bit of time. Sorry about that, but that was so much faster than any other option that we had, so we took it. We're back on the road. We'll see you as we get a little bit farther down the road. We are actually very close to our destination now. Only 18 more minutes to go. And there was one thing I wanted to say. I realized as I started to talk about the money in the game, one of the things I realized is we have over 500,000 euros now. We need to buy some trucks, and I want to switch my truck to something different. I don't know if there's been a new truck in the game since we last bought one, but I want to get a new truck. Is that a cemetery? Oh, it's a house. Sorry, if you live there. There was actually one last comment too that I wanted to mention as we're kind of pulling into the city here of Trikala. Paul, who is from we have 3 people now from Greece. Another person posted on the comments on yesterday's video. Here we are, Trikala discovered. But Paul said there's a point in the game where it's only 100 meters from his house. That's pretty cool. It'd be cool to have your house in the game. I don't think that's going to happen when we get to Minnesota, for sure. That would be my only hope, but yeah, that ain't happening. Coming. That's good. 3rd exit. Here. Pretty good. And we are almost here. It's been a great drive. This has been mid-afternoon drive. Perfect weather. Nice, interesting roads. Sightseeing along the way. No big events, no big problems, except Sky yelling at me every 2 minutes for going too fast. But so far, perfect delivery. We've only got a little bit more to go. There is a rotary up ahead, though. I see it on the map. So rotaries, you never know what's going to happen here. And construction, we could get speeding here. Let's slow down. There we go. Here we are at our Expo delivery location. I'm hoping I've warmed up a little bit more to the parking. Our previous 3 parking attempts in Greece so far have been, let's say, less than spectacular, to say the least. I've not gotten a single one in a single backup yet. Let's see, we get here, 90. They're all 90s here. Ooh, angle it in. Right. Why is that hard? That looks ridiculously easy. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we don't even have to do a U-turn here. We can just drive around the building. maybe there's supposed to be stuff in the way, but I don't see how this one's a 90. Anyway, we'll line it up. There's the forklift. Greeks have forklifts. They love forklifts in Greece. Yeah, like, how is this hard? I think I can almost just pull right like this, go past it, and it should be lined up. This could be like, if I get this right, I'm wondering if this could be like my fastest parking job ever. It's like a 20. It's a 9. Now, watch, I'm going to screw it up. That was so ridiculous. I didn't get it very straight. I mean, I was trying to get in there, but that had to be, what, 15 seconds maybe? Anyway, all right, we're here. Let's get our money. Let's see if we get our 2 cities for the event. It's a good day. Delivered that juice concentrate. What do we get? 5,000 euros. Nice. We get, oh, level 37. Very nice. We are elite, working towards level 40, which is king of the road. But we don't get any bonuses now with level 36 here. And Greece, cruising Greece, we picked up Ionina, and Trikala, the last alphabet letter in the city. We'll be back for more adventures in Greece soon. I'll put a link to it as soon as it's ready. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.